when we had the first game for Chelsea against Everton, I was in the squad. That for there was my mindset saying, yeah, I have to get out of here. Like, not in a rude way or in a way where I don't want to be at the club or I don't like the club, nothing like that. It was a mindset of just, I need to go and play football.
So Callum, London to Leverkusen, it's quite a journey. How's it been so far?
Yeah, it's been good. I think obviously the results haven't been the greatest results, obviously, but I think as a collective, overall at the moment, experience-wise, it's very good. I think like I'm enjoying my football, smiling every day when I'm here as well. So it's really nice to feel at home from the boys as well. Obviously, everyone helping me settle in quick, which was very good. So everything's going well at the moment. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are the main differences that you've picked up on as far as the football is concerned, or the environment, or living in Germany?
I would definitely say, I think the way the defensive system in both the Bundesliga and the Premier League is a bit different. I think Bundesliga, they defend more higher, and like the line's more higher. The Premier League is a bit more low, compact blocks. So I think that's the only difference I can really tell you right now at the moment. But yeah, I think both leagues are amazing leagues, very good experiences in both, so it's good.
What was the thought process for you to make the decision to come here? Did you look at the club? Did you look at the squad? Did you look at the history of the club? I mean, how much sort of research goes into a decision like this?
To be fair, it's more sometimes like you look at the squad. For me, it was more looking at the squad and seeing the players and how exciting the squad is and how good the players are here to play with. So I think for me, when I heard about the option to come to Leverkusen, I think it was a amazing feeling to know that, okay, they've got such a good team over there, the Bundesliga, a different league, a different experience for me. I want to come and try and do my best as much as possible. I'd definitely say that was a major factors, but I say Kai Havertz as well. When obviously before I came here, I was speaking to him a lot about it, and he was saying it's a very good club. The people there are great, good people, and the league is very good. So it was definitely a decision for me to say, okay, I'll come over here and give it a try. So it was good.
Yeah, I watched training a little bit today. How is it with Xabi there, being on the pitch? I mean, he's still almost like a player, isn't he?
Yeah,
kicking every ball, shooting.
Yeah, he's still got the same kind of mindset of being a player. I think obviously he's been through and he's played it throughout his whole career, and he knows the ins and outs of football. As I said, he was a great player, played for many great clubs as well. So to have him behind as well with the experience he's had is very good to coach you and help you develop as well. So but when we look at him sometimes and he's still kicking the balls and he wants to be involved, it's nice because you know like he's still got that mentality of wanting to play football and win the games and stuff.
I saw that he's very hands-on. It's like little details, you know, you turn the wrong way, he's going to stop, say, no, don't turn that way, you know, because you can't control the player. Is that something that you've experienced before? Have you had always managers who are sort of that much involved, or is it a little bit different with him?
No, I think he wants to get his point straight across from early, and I think that's something I haven't really had as much throughout the years, you know what I mean? I think maybe through the academies, those coaches are trying to tell you what to do before you get to the first team. But I think from that stage on, you should know or you should be aware of what the situation is and how you should do it, you know? So I think with Xavi, it's more a thing where he's so onto you, like he wants to just be in your face and just like make sure you understand what he wants you to do and how he wants you to defend from high or from low and press the team. So yeah, I think he's definitely very much hands-on to the other coaches that I've had throughout the years. So it's different, yeah.
How much was the World Cup, or is the World Cup a factor in that decision to come here and get the game time? Is that at the forefront of your mind?
Yeah, I think obviously that was one of the reasons why I've come here as well. I think obviously you want to be playing as many games as possible to be getting into World Cup squads, and it's obviously a major competition to play in. So I think for me at that moment, it was for the time of just coming here and focusing on for club football. At the moment, I think obviously I want to come here and play games, get as many minutes as possible and feature in every game possible or as many games as I can. So I think that was definitely one of the factors of me coming here. But I think at that moment, it was more club football related.
Yeah, I understand.
So, yeah.
Was the decision to move here one that sort of evolved over the summer, or even going into the season, you were kind of the mind that you'd probably have to find some game time somewhere else? How was that sort of process?
Yeah, I think I said to myself that I wanted to go somewhere new and start fresh and just like restart everything and see how things will go wherever I went to. And I think obviously when the Leverkusen option came, it was definitely one of my main ones that I wanted to definitely come and play football here. I think at that present moment when we had the first game for Chelsea against Everton, I was in the squad. that for there was my mindset saying, yeah, I have to get out of it. Like, not in a rude way or in a way where I don't want to be at the club or I don't like the club, nothing like that. It was a mindset of just, I need to go and play football, you know. So my mindset was just, let me get out, play my football somewhere else and try and do the best I can wherever I am. And then obviously at the end of the loan, go back to Chelsea. So it's one of those things, you just got to deal with it how it comes at the time. And that's how I dealt with it when the time came to come here and play football.
Do you have an explanation for yourself of why you haven't been able to kick on quite as much as you want to? Was it the injury? Was it change of managers?
No, I think it's one of those things where I think the injury was a major factor to everything. I think having an injury like that is very difficult to overcome and just be yourself again. I think it doesn't matter how many years it is, it will never be the same as how you was before, do you know what I mean? So I think from then, I think even when I came back after like 3 months or 4 months after the injury, it still took me like another year to still even feel anywhere close to where I was, you know? So I think one of the injuries was definitely a major thing. And obviously sometimes different managers play you in different positions and different stuff. So it's difficult to do what you can do best in the position that you're been like told to play or something new to try. So for me, it was always a thing where no matter where they play me, I'll give my best and do what I can. But at the same time, you've always got to understand that sometimes you're going to get the best out of yourself. You've got to be playing in where you can feel more comfortable and what you can do best. So yeah, I'd say definitely those two things.
So you're saying you're not natural born wing back?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But no, that position, I played it a couple of times, like most of the time under Thomas Tuchel, and at times it was okay. It wasn't as bad as you wanted to play, but sometimes in my head I was like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I in this position? I'm normally in the forward and in a higher position, but I'm more defending now than attacking. So it's one of those things where I'll do what I can to help the team. It's not always about myself, it's about the team as well. So as I said, I was always willing to play there and help the team. Never argued or moaned about it, just done it and got on with it. So yeah.
Do you get any sense of how Chelsea as a club see you and see your future beyond this loan deal? Is there sort of a dialogue going on?
I don't know. To be fair, I didn't know the answer to that. It's difficult because when you go on loan somewhere, you always keep in contact with the club. Obviously, they have to keep in contact with you to see how you're doing and everything. But at the same time, you don't really know what's actually going on. So, you know what I mean? For myself, I'm just here right now playing the football, but I don't really focus on that stuff to do with that. I just let everybody behind who's working with the Chelsea people to let them deal with it and everything and sort it out for themselves. And then they obviously inform me about what's happening and stuff, but I don't really get into it and ask what's happening, what's going on. I just focus on what I'm doing here and what I can do and help the team.
Yeah, but one of the owners has been in touch, no? And once you've left, or he's left a message, I think Todd Bowley said.
Yeah. He was. We kept in contact obviously before I left, and he was just like, make sure you go and do your thing over there, be confident, be free, and just be the player that you want to be. Like, be yourself. Don't think of anything else. And it was good because you had that kind of motivation to hear that, and it's like, okay, let me come here and play what I can and just be myself. And that's what hopefully I've been doing since I've been here. So you just want to continue it and keep going, and hopefully, as I said, everything else will follow.
And Chelsea could be a very unforgiving environment at the time. Would that be fair to say, with Thomas in charge?
Yeah, I think there's times where you look at it and you think why or what happened wrong, what's going wrong, but you know, I would never badmouth him or say anything bad about him. He was always a good guy, a good man, like always on the pitch and off the pitch, he was both good. So I think it's just at times where it's difficult to know that, obviously, especially the team have so many great players as well, and you have to obviously fight for your position and work your hardest. So it was definitely difficult at times with him, but you just have to get on with it and do what you can, as I say.
Yeah, well, I think the way to do it is try to just not give the coach an excuse to take you off, right?
Exactly, that's it.
Play you.
That's it, that is it.
Last question, Bayern Munich, sliding doors moment looking back, or one of those things?
No, it's one of those things. I think everything happens for a reason, you know. I think in life, like, as I said, everything happens for a reason. You don't want to dwell on stuff that's happened, that was in the past, and like, you regret it now because everything's happening. No. I think for myself, you got to focus on what happens now. It's the present and the future that's next. So you've always got to focus and be strong and just say, you know what, crack on and do whatever you can to do. So for me, that's always my mentality. Just keep going no matter what it is.
Well, you're in the Bundesliga right now. So.
Yeah. So
Thank
you. No worries.